Hello everyone and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you are new here, I hope that you enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, and come back and visit us often. We do a lot of videos on canning, food preservation, and preparedness. Those are the topics that are near and dear to my heart and hopefully yours, because then we'll have lots of stuff to talk about, okay? Today is the long overdue part 2 to the evacuation conversation that we had a couple weeks ago. I'll link that up above and down below. That was a chatty video. That was a long video. This one's not going to be that long, I promise. This one is going to be about basically kind of lists, okay? So grab your pen and paper, come back, watch it again, grab your pen and paper, you know, if it interests you. But what we're looking at now are time frames for what you should be able to grab if you are given 15 minutes warning to get out of your house, if you are given 30 minutes warning, if you're given an hour to evacuate wherever you are. These are the things that you should have in place in order to make that happen quickly, efficiently, effectively, and safely, okay? So I do have my notes. I can't do this one without my notes. So first is, say you're given a 15-minute warning, okay? A train derailed and there's a chemical spill, or a tanker overturned on the freeway or the highway near your house, and you have 15 minutes. Get your stuff and get out. What should you focus on? Whew, I mean, that's a lot. Somebody knocks on your door and says, you've got 15 minutes. Get out now, okay? What kind of things can you grab? So with this list, I'm hoping that this helps you fine-tune areas to focus on. The first and foremost, get your family, get your kids, get your pets, okay? Those are the first things. Those are the irreplaceable items. They really are. You cannot replace a life. So you want to make sure to get all of them. Now, if you have cats or dogs, you want to make sure that just on a regular basis, you know where the crates are, you know where the leashes and collars are, you know where to grab those so that you can get the animals very quickly and get them out, okay? As far as your kids, you just want to be able to grab those kids and your other family members and get them into the vehicle and get out of the area. So always first, number one, gather family and pets. Big thing. If you have a big fish tank, I have no help for you. I'm sorry, but maybe other fish people do. So if you have fish, toss some suggestions in the comment section below for 15 minutes, okay? Number two, load your available vehicles or trailers or campers, you know, load those up, get those ready, put the hitches in place, you know, get everything going. If you've got 2 adults, then, you know, while one is gathering up the family members and the pets, get the other one to get that hitch hooked up to the truck or whatever, so that you have those ready to pull out in 15 minutes, okay? Run around real quick. Turn off your lights, your fans, your heaters, your air conditioning, your furnace. You want to turn those completely off. Turn off your computers. You know, make sure that those are all powered down. Very important, because if anything happens with the power, you don't want anything to surge and blow those up, you know. Number 4 is, if you have time, quickly turn off any hoses or sprinklers that are going on the outside. It's an important thing. Leave a note on the door telling the firemen that you have evacuated. That's kind of you know, I'm sure I'm going to get some comments on this one. Depending on what the emergency is, you could take it or leave it. You don't necessarily want to alert all of the bad people that the house is vacant, you know, but you do want the important people, the emergency service people, to know that there's nobody in the house and they don't have to waste their time, you know, trying to let you know. So if it's you know, depending on the emergency, I'm going to toss it out there. Depending on the emergency, you make an educated decision on whether or not to post that note. But it's a good idea if it's a quick, short-term emergency, or even, you know, a really big kind of weather thing happening. Let the emergency services people know that they don't have to waste their precious time and resources with your household, okay? As you're leaving, lock the doors, lock the garage, take your keys. Don't leave keys in your house. Take your spare keys with you, okay? You want to make sure that that happens. As you are pulling out, have somebody dial up and call family members and let them know where to meet you. Let them know where you're going to be sheltering. Let them know that you're on the way to pick them up, if they are not with you. So always communication is a really big thing. That's 15 minutes. That's all you've got. 15 minutes, okay? That's quite a lot to try to get done in 15 minutes. Now say that you've got 30 minutes, okay? So you're going to do all of those things that I just listed above, plus you're going to alert family, friends to danger and where you're going to go. Be brief. Call Aunt Helen and say, we're not home, this is happening, this is where we're going to go. You can reach us through my cell phone, okay? If you're, passing neighbors, or if you have a close neighbor, an elderly neighbor, you might have enough time to check on them and make sure that they're safe, or, help them get out. So you want to be able to alert family and friends. If you can, turn off any automatic sprinklers, that kind of thing. I don't have automatic sprinklers. It's not really a thought of mine, but I know a lot of people do, so I try not to grow grass. I don't want to grow grass. Okay, but if if that's the case, turn them off. It's one less thing to worry about, right? If you can, this one is just, it's heartbreaking. It can be heartbreaking, okay? Load or release your livestock or your pets. This is, again, very dependent. I am not an advocate of just letting animals run. But if there's a fire, you have to get them out of that barn. You don't have time to be particular about where they're going. You need them out of that barn, okay? As far as your pets, I would rather have them free and have the possibility of being able to find them again than to have something horrible happen to them because they were trapped in the house or the barn or something like that. So if it's applicable, load or release livestock and pets, okay? Turn on your porch light. It helps people find the house at night or through the smoke if there's smoke. So that's something that you want to do even if you're leaving. That's the one thing you want to keep on, okay? So just all of the first crew, the 15-minute thing, plus these items if you've got 30 minutes. And again, that is, hoping that you have more than one person helping to make all of this happen, because it's crazy and it's mind-boggling, and you're going to forget something. Pretty much a given, okay? Let's say you have an hour. Okay, let's say you have an hour. So you want to make sure that if you're evacuating, that anything, if it's weather related, I'm thinking weather, fire, not so much like a chemical spill or something like that, but if it's weather or fire, you want to try to bring any flammables, get any flammables away from the house. You want to bring your lawn chairs, any patio furniture, that kind of stuff, and get it secured in some way, put it in the garage or put it in the shed or do something like that. You want to get it put away so that if it's, say, a hurricane, it's not flying through the air, impaling somebody, okay? You want to move, like I said, the flammables away from the house. Now, there's a lot of people that store gasoline or propane, your grill, that kind of thing, in your garage. And if you're dealing with something like wildfires, this could be very bad. This is an accelerant, obviously, and not something that you want in your house. You're going to have enough issues, so try to move those kind of flammable things away from your house. You want to open or remove, okay, your shades, your blinds, your curtains, if they're flammable, because they are, and that is dealing with, if you have wildfires kind of going around. You want to make sure that those kind of things cannot catch, say if a window gets broken, okay? So kind of clear the path. You want to chill any key foods. You want to, if you can bring food with you, you want to make sure that it's in a cooler. You want your medicine in there if it needs to be chilled. You want, any key foods that you want to bring with you. Don't take this opportunity to try to unplug your entire refrigerator and haul it with you. That's not the thing. You want, if just grab some stuff out of the fridge that everyone's going to eat, stick it in a cooler, stick it in there with your medication or grandma's medication so that those stay nice and cool. Grab the extra ice packs out of the freezer. You don't have extra ice packs in your freezer? I'll put a link down below. Okay, so those are always handy to help keep things a little chilled. And because assuming, if you've got a whole hour to get ready to get out of there, this is a pretty big thing that's coming your way, right? So you want to, have something, just a little comfort for the family. Grab some of that food out of the fridge that you can make quick, easy, hand foods with, you know. Grab the cheese, grab the salami, that kind of stuff. So when you're doing all this, you're also going to take into consideration that if this is something where you think you're going to be away for the house for more than a day, okay, you want to grab, in this 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, you want to be sure to grab your fireproof safe with all of your documents in it. Now, while you cannot necessarily replace all of the old pictures of great grandma and great grandpa doing their due back in the day, okay, you can't replace the pictures of the loved ones that you have. I understand, but they are not as important as you. What is important is you, your family, your pets, those important documents, and preparing your residence, your house, your structures for any possible damage, whether that be flying lawn chairs or fire, you know, that kind of thing. So when you're looking at bigger situations like that, that needs to be your focus. Thank you. You want to be sure to grab that fireproof safe with all of your important documents, and we will do another video next week about what kind of documents you should have in that safe. If you are somebody who has weapons and ammunition and there is enough time, I'm backing this down to like one of the lowest priorities, okay? Then if you have time, grab that ammo and put it in your car. Grab that ammo, put it in your trailer, because if there is a fire or something like that, you don't want it, you know, you don't want it doing its thing. So your guns and your ammo are important, but they're kind of low down on the list as far as what to do in a very limited time frame. These are just suggestions. These are ideas to kind of spark your interest. If you're given 15 minutes, what are the most important things that you can grab? Your family, your pets, your important documents. Get out the door. Grab your extra keys. Get out the door. Okay? The key here is to get out the door. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour. If you're lucky and you're, you know, it's a situation that you're watching come your way, then you have a lot more time to prepare and get things loaded up. That's when you grab your extra clothes. That's when you grab, you know, your toothbrush, your toothpaste. But you want to make sure that you have the documents, some extra cash in that fireproof safe so that you can just grab it and take off, okay? Because that's what you need to be able to do. So, what did I miss? Let me know. These are grab and go situations. If you have not put together your 72-hour packs for each member of the family and your pets, now's the time to do it, because those 72-hour kits can be grabbed in that 15-minute time frame, that 30 and that hour. Those will make a huge difference in making sure that you are comfortable and that you have some basic supplies. You don't have to go out shopping during an emergency, okay? So tell me, guys, what did I miss? What do you think needs to be in there? Make up a list that fits you and yours and the situations that you think you have to deal with. I mentioned it in the previous video. It's not just about hurricanes or flooding or wildfires, okay? It's about train accidents. It's about, you know, tanker accidents on the freeway. Maybe you're located near a freeway. It's about nuclear plants. It's about chemical plants where something's getting into the air. You don't always have a whole lot of time. And while I'm always, you know, yay, I live in the middle of nowhere. Okay, the fact of the matter is that we have five or six hydroelectric dams on the river not far from us. And if those dams fail, okay, then we will, with no notice at all, be dealing with significant, severe flooding, catastrophic flooding. And even though we are a good click away from those, it doesn't matter. It will still impact us, and we will still have to deal with some significant flooding right here. So having those scenarios, knowing about those scenarios, knowing what is around you makes a really, really big difference in being able to prepare for different situations. Take a minute, talk to your family about it, think about it, make those lists, start putting them into action now. Are you bored? Are the kids bored? Are the kids driving you crazy? Start doing 15-minute evac drills. Seriously. That'll get them running around. That'll get those jiggles out. Okay. I hope that this was helpful. It was just a real simple follow-up part 2 to the evacuation chat that we did a couple weeks ago. Again, if you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comment section below. I love this community. You guys are so smart and you always have really great ideas, and I love hearing them, and I'm sure everybody else does too. Remember, if you like what we do here, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And until the next time, please be safe.